Kairo Keyz. Many people knew the name before his moment in 2024, but that didn't come before a dark period in his life, and many people questioning his relationship with Central Cee. Let's take a look at how Kairo Keyz will be the next major star in the UK.
I think I would big everyone up. I wouldn't even, nothing would be negative. Artists, I'll big them up, the new ones, and say everything I like about them. I wouldn't compare them, I wouldn't minimize what they're doing, you know.
Kairo Keyz was raised in South London, around South West London, early on, until moving to Croydon.
Grew up in South still. First I started off in like 10 sides. So like ones with Putney, but that was when I was a young G. So up until like 9, then I moved to Croydon. So from there I've been in like the Croydon bar my whole life, innit? Literally.
He had both his parents into music when he was growing up, so music was around him all the time. But he didn't have an interest in it early on.
Like, music wasn't something I wanted to do, so my mum was always doing music. Like, she used to jump on the X Factor thing, you know what I'm trying to say? Always trying to do these things. I never really took it in. My dad was a rapper, you know what I'm saying? He was quite big back in, he's from Canada. Also I was around my dad, innit, when I was younger. But yeah, never had no influence. It was more my brethren still. When I got to a certain age, I had friends that were rapping. And I was always in the studio, so yeah, from there I just thought, yeah, why don't I try a thing?
But Kairo Keyz wasn't always known as Kairo Keyz. He started his journey at around 16 years old, and he started with the name Little K G5.
It's just, man just started doing it, bro. Just because of what was going on around, man. Other people were able to do it, you know what I'm trying to say? And when man started music, that was the times when flipping, like YouTube was going off, like not just over here. You had Chief Keef blowing up, you know what I'm trying to say? So a certain man was showing that it was possible to just shoot a video outside, you know what I'm trying to say? Before that, it was way different. You had to be signed and all of these things. So yeah, but I just thought, why not? And when I started dropping, people were rocking with it, so yeah.
Lil KG5 was his name on socials and videos before his transition. He started to release music as early as 2013, 2014. There's not a lot of videos left out there, but as he mentioned in a 2014 interview, his first ever track, Pounds, garnered around 8,000 views. He went on to be featured on several platforms, not just his own, and was part of a crew called the Mac Boys, or Easy Mac, which from research sounds like a reference to his dad, who is a rapper himself out in Canada, and where Kairo Keyz would travel every now and then. From early, he was inspired by some close friends to rap, and he started putting in the groundwork on his craft, using auto-tune early on, mixed with the Chicago drill influence in early videos and the aesthetic. It was around 2018 when Little K and a rapper on the same wave named Central Cee jumped on their first track together, called Display. Lil K speaks on his friends as influences, and around the same time, Central Cee was working just as hard on his sound, which had some similarities. It would be this relationship that would create a make or break moment for Lil K and shape the way his career went. Back to Back was another collab with Central Cee, which saw the Little KG5 name change to the now Kairo Keyz. This track dropped on GRM Daily in June 2019. Both still using the auto-tune sound they came up on. This track currently sits on 1 million views.
I've got other songs called like Foot Patrol, all these type of songs when I had a little come up in 2021. And man, just used to upload them myself. Like, I didn't know about playlists, I just used to upload like the day before on Spotify, you know what I'm saying? So I just didn't take things serious, bro. I was just doing it my own way.
It was 2020 and 2021 which saw the trajectory of both artists change, with the now Kairo Keyz relentless, releasing tracks with visuals over those years. Kairo Keyz track OnlyFans, where Central Cee would feature in the video, would point to a new sound.
Like the last 2 years I've been doing more rapping, and there's even music I've been making lately that's a bit different. I'm always evolving, bro, you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't feel like, I don't think it's something that will ever stop. Man's just a, what's it called, versatile type artist.
Yeah. Kairo Keyz dropped the auto-tune, but it wasn't only the death of his auto-tune sound around that time. Kairo Keyz and Central Cee would cut ties shortly after the OnlyFans video release, as it would be a couple of months after that the streets started talking and that our friendly neighborhood specifier would drop a video on it. Kairo Keyz' track Air Jordan had what seemed to be like a line aimed at Central Cee, and his 2020 breakout hit Day in the Life. 2020 was the year Central Cee locked in with a new manager and a plan, and although what seemed like what could have been a great duo or friendship in music with them both, they parted ways. Only they know why that happened and if there are any issues, but it points to a dispute as tracks, visuals and images had been deleted from social media accounts, and they had both not spoke on the situation, having fans guessing if certain lines were about each other on tracks that dropped up until this day. Don't believe everything you see or are told. Be mindful.
Remember, these men don't know, man. And if there's a situation out there between me and somebody else, or me and a group of people, or just a situation just to do with me, no one on the internet knows. So it's like 90% of the time when I'm looking at it, it's not true. Do you get it? It's not, they don't know nothing about it. So it's like, there is times I could look at it and be like, what the, you get me? Like, get a bit vexed, but half of the time, man, just laugh, bro. I kind of like it, like, just leave it out there, because like, you lot will never know until I say, you know what I'm trying to say, or unless you actually find out what's happened or what's going on. So when I see all these different opinions about, it could have been this, it could be that, or he's dealing with that or whatever, I just laugh. You lot don't know nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Up until this day, fans and commenters talk about their chemistry as a duo and what happened between them.
Nah, I never have regrets. Obviously, naturally, as a human, man has those thoughts that, I could have done that like that. But I flip that into, I could have done that like that. So make sure the next time that happens, I make sure I do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Not sit there and moan about it when I can't go back in time. You know what I'm saying?
Kairo Keyz would release tracks and feature on tracks all the way up until 2022. But the following year, 2023, was a myth.
Mad thing, but long story short, I was going through the worst of the worst, innit?
Okay.
You know, that housing situations, that the whole of 2023, not knowing what sound to come with, just all the problems that you could think of. You know what I'm saying? Friends switching up, all types of stuff, which made man be able to be alone more, innit? So when I was alone now, I was thinking of plans, like I was writing stuff down, watching documentaries, trying to figure stuff out. And then, yeah, by the time I got to January of this year, I was like, I need to execute the plan that I've written out. And I just started executing that with TikTok, social media, being more present on there. Even just changing man's whole outlook on like the music thing and how man's carrying myself in the music thing. Cause if you look at man's old vids to now, I don't know, you should be able to see a difference, that how much man's in the video or how I'm maneuvering in the video. I'm trying to be more, just be more proper, you know what I'm trying to say? Take the music thing more serious rather than how I was dealing with it before.
In 2023, Kairo Keyz would take a step back, questioning his work and if he really wanted to still do music. He dropped a 7-track project, Family Not Fans, on January 1st, 2023 via his imprint, Only Originals, which is still on Spotify, but with little promo, so far as I'm aware. One of his most popular tracks at the time, Air Jordan, also featured, but 2023 for him was mainly about re-evaluating his sound and essentially taking time out to step away and plan his next moves, if there were to be any. 2023 was quiet, but it was in the background, a plan was made and steps were ready to be executed. So he brushed himself off after going through a dark year and came back with a bang. He dropped MPCs in March 2024, which seemed to be the warm-up of what was to come. With clean, impactful visuals and his new style and lyricism, you couldn't miss him. It was only when a producer by the name of Outlaw would create a track he wasn't keen on, but Outlaw would insist he get on it.
And then 2023 is where I felt like nothing went really go on it, but at the same time I didn't want to release.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I wanted to find a different niche, but the drill thing I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I didn't feel like 100% me.
Yeah.
And I've done bare different sounds, auto-tune, to the drill thing, to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was just trying to find a whole new niche the whole year. There was times, bro, you know, there was times I was thinking it weren't even gonna pattern.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't gonna pattern. I was thinking, how the hell's man gonna, you know what I'm trying to say?
I've never been signed, I've never had nothing in it, no team like that, nothing. So man never really knew. You know the business is there, but man didn't know what to do or how to, you know what I'm trying to say? I was just making music. I would literally just put out music. So when man will be going to label meetings and that, they'll be shocked that I've just slapped something out. I haven't had no distribution behind it, no playlisting, nothing. And they'll have artists under their label that's getting the same numbers as man, but they've put bare into them, bare money, you know what I'm trying to say? So after I clocked that, I was like, I could have been getting more out of this if I had the business mindset and knew how to articulate what man was doing properly, innit? And then yeah, the last year I've just been researching all of that, bro, up to this day. What I need to do, how to like brand myself, just so much to do with the music thing. There's bare business that you can do with it, bro.
There's a producer called Outlaw in it that's producing all my music right now. He forced man to jump on the first tune, his Trenches. Like, yo, you have to jump on this. I was thinking this beat's weird, bro, but it's different though.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I laid it. Obviously Broski was there. These men are telling me it's cold, but I'm still thinking nothing of it. But then they filmed it for man on the iPhone, and then man slapped it on TikTok. So that's the plan I had, innit?
Yeah,
TikTok
yeah.
changed his life, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So I thought, let me put it on TikTok, see what happens. And then it caught traction, and then after that was gang.
So the stage was set, and he lit up the year in his own way with his viral smash, Gang, which was the best way to start his new plan.
UK thing, it's rare that a UK song, that the second country will be America. That's rare. You know what I'm saying? The second countries are always like Germany, Australia. You know what I mean? So Gang's dropped, and I'm seeing USA second. All up to this day, it's been the second. You know what I'm saying?
Mad.
So I was like, right, this is mad. Like Americans actually listening to a song with no gimmicks. I should have asked him. No. Yeah, I should have asked him that. I don't know how he came across it. I should have asked him that. But how I came across it posting it, man. I just touched down to one writing camp, and then I was checking my, the request DMs on Insta, and then I see a DM in there saying, Jack Harlow posted you, you're clear. So I automatically just went on his story, see it, bro. I was like, yo, man, that's how I made Bruh, my latest tune.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I'm kind of mentioning a lot of things about America. Like, the moment Jack did that, I was like to my manager, managed to get into the studio now. I've got things to say. Not there.
2024 was a great year for Kairo Keyz, dropping 4 other tracks with visuals. And his last one went up, on its way to 1 million views on YouTube and over 2.5 million streams on Spotify. 2025 is setting up to be another big one, with a great team behind him, a clean aesthetic, distribution with Graduation, and a London headline show planned for February. The only way is up.
I feel like we need to be a bit more, how can I say it? Just a bit more like a bit more carefree about what everyone's doing and carefree about what we're doing ourselves, bro. I feel like because there's so much opinions and stuff on so much things in the UK, it's just gonna make too much people do the same thing or act the same, you know what I'm trying to say? So when someone acts different in the UK, it's a big thing, you know what I'm trying to say? And everyone's got an opinion. I feel like in America, there's so much different type of people, bro. There's always someone, it doesn't even matter if they're doing crazy stuff or bad stuff or good stuff, but there's always just a difference. Like in the UK, I just feel like it's too much that, I wouldn't say it's negative, but people just have too much opinions, man. Should let people just do what they're doing. You get me? If you don't like it, follow what you like. You get me? Literally, because there's always going to be people that like something else. So yeah.
It's not just all about the music in this climate, it's the positioning and timing. I think Kairo Keyz will have both this year, especially as he has been patient for so long and has the foundation laid. I got him down as one to watch this year. Thanks for watching.